Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome to a brand new Civilization 6 Let's Play series. Rise and Fall is out, and I've been playing the Netherlands in my live stream footage, and I wanted to play another series offline, that could take a little bit easier and just kind of relax a little bit more. Not that the live stream's not fun, it's a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be, but sometimes it's nice just to kind of chill out a little bit as well. We're going to be playing as Scotland. This is the one that I've been wanting to play the most. I just feel like they're going to be really, really cool, a lot of fun, a lot of uniqueness about them, really strong, I personally think, but I guess we'll find out once we get in there. But yeah, we're going to play on Deity as usual. Epic game speed, we're going to go back to that since this is an offline game, I can kind of take it a little bit easier. I don't feel like I have to shrink it up just, for the live stream to go a little bit quicker. We are going to play on Pangea. Usually I do random maps and stuff like that, but you know what? Pangea, one massive landmass. We're going to be doing a little bit of conquest here and there, so I feel like that's going to be good for us. Huge map as usual, and then everything else I think is pretty much standard at this point. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this going.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars.
Robert the Bruce, as the stalwart defender of Scotland, you are no stranger to war, yet rarely do you seek to inflict it. If you keep your people happy, you'll inspire them to greatness. Let anyone who takes advantage of your weaker neighbors meet your fearless Highlanders. They can teach the true meaning of freedom.
Rarely do you seek to inflict it, huh? Yeah, okay, fair enough. We'll see how that plays out, actually. We may be the ones inflicting some of this war. Although, since we are doing, hopefully some wars of liberation, the part about going after the guys who take advantage of our weaker neighbors is probably a little bit true. Overall, Scotland, one of his main strengths is the Scottish Enlightenment. His happy cities receive an additional 5% science and 5% production. They also generate +1 great scientist and +1 great engineer. Ecstatic cities are doubled on all of those amounts. So obviously we want to keep our cities as happy as they possibly can be. Luxury resources, and then of course later on our golf courses will be very important for both of those. His other ability is that he can declare a war of liberation after gaining the defensive tactics civics. He gets 100% production for 10 turns along with 2 movement speed for that war. So hopefully we're going to have a lot of those short wars. If we can kind of daisy chain those wars together, we're going to be able to keep a large amount of production for a very high period of time. This guy's going to be really good towards a science victory. He can also be useful for a conquest victory with all that production. And obviously science getting some advanced units. And technically he can go for a culture victory with his golf courses providing some tourism. So we'll see how it plays out. Before I look at this interesting start, let's look at these last two features that he has. All right, so he has the Highlander, which is it's a replacement for the Ranger, which in the scouting tree, the recon tree. It does get +5 combat strength bonus when fighting in hills and forest terrain. So that's gonna be pretty good for us. So it's gonna be a pretty decent, strong hill-based unit. If we can really get our way up to where they've got that extra +20 strength promotion, these guys could be really, really important towards mid to late game. The other thing Scotland has is, of course, the golf course. Golf courses give us amenities, which is going to be hugely important for us. And +2 gold. It also gives us +1 culture if adjacent to a city district, and +1 culture if adjacent to an entertainment complex. So a little bit of balancing with the entertainment complexes there as well. And it does give us additional tourism at some point. There's only 1 per city, and tiles with golf courses cannot be swapped. We do get a +1 appeal, though. Cannot be placed on desert or desert hills. That makes sense. But yeah, these are going to be very important to have in every single one of our cities, along with probably some entertainment complexes to keep our overall happiness pretty high. So what we see we can do. Yeah, this start. Yeah, starting on Tundra is usually not a great idea. I'll be perfectly honest. We are on the northern edge of this map, and we know we're on a Pangea, so this is going to be a massive map. We're on the northern edge of this. Now, I suppose kind of a colder weather is maybe a little bit more accurate geographically for Scotland. I mean, they're not like Iceland cold, but they're up there in the northern part of the British Isles, so I'm sure it's a bit chilly. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a good river here, which is going to be good for us. I mean, I could re-roll. I mean, the fact that we don't have a luxury resource that I can see right away, I actually think I'm going to restart this one. I just feel like that is going to be a bit of a killer for us. So let's just go and restart this one. It's going to be fine. If we at least had a resource within range, I would have probably just gone for it. But without a luxury resource, it's going to make it too hard. All right, here we are in game. And this is already looking to be a much better start. We're going to have 2 luxury resources within our range from the get-go. Actually, a third one down here that we could trade away for something else. We've also got a couple bonus resources, mountains nearby for our science centers, and, you know, possibly holy sites if we decide to go that route. This is definitely looking like a much better start. It's possible we're in the middle of the continent, which, you know, good or bad. There's a couple hills here and there that are going to be good for our Highlanders. So let's see how this plays out. Now, where do we want to go first with you? Let's come up this direction. See what we can see over here. We've got a lake. Obviously, we got the sheep. Some more rice over here. I think we'll just settle in place. We're going to be next to the luxury resource from the beginning. And we're also going to have this cattle here, as well as some stone. So I think this is going to be a pretty good start. Lots of grass. So it's going to be a lot of growth. Maybe not necessarily as much production as I would normally like, but I think we'll be all right. Sterling. All right, let's choose production. Let's go ahead and get a scout out as soon as possible. Let's get this seeing what we're going to be doing. Plus, we're going to probably be building a lot more scouts than I normally do. I'm going to try and force myself to build some scouts to get promoted up. Really see if I can play that side of things. If we can get a bunch of scouts up to Ranger at the right time, oh, that could be a lot of fun to play with. As far as this, okay, obviously we don't need sailing anytime soon. We could go for a holy site. I don't see Scotland as a strong, you know, religious victory type of civilization, but that doesn't mean you can't get a religion just to help supplement some of your other strategies. So it's never bad to get a religion necessarily, but I don't want to get one at the exclusion of anything else. Irrigation would be good, mining would be good, as well as animal husbandry. Let's go. Let's go for animal husbandry first. I'd like to be able to get archers as soon as we're able to. Just, those are going to be what's going to supplement our, if we're going to be going scout heavy, they're going to need the archers to supplement those guys. Since they are going to be a little weak initially, we're going to be able to use those archers to help us out a bit. We'll go ahead and come up this direction and see what we got. Some more luxuries. Another unique one dies, which is going to be very good for us. Lots of mountains too. I mean, look, stick a Highlander or something like that in this hill. It's going to be able to block off a lot of this line coming from anybody coming from that direction. So it's a possibility. Oh, we already met somebody. Some more tea over here. Is that a city state? I think it's a city state. Since it's only got a single line. Okay, let's get over here. Jerusalem. Oh, and there's already a barbarian down here. So Jerusalem is a religious city-state, so, you know, it's a thing. It's a faith-based one. It's going to help us out a little bit, I suppose. I mean, at least getting our, let's see, where we're looking at religion. We need 37 to get our Pantheon. So yeah, at least getting our Pantheon wouldn't be that bad. It'll take us a little while since we're not, again, not going to be focusing on faith too much. But at least getting that could help a little bit in the early game. Let's actually check you out real quick. I forgot to look at you and see what you're working. I actually think I want you to get the growth first. I mean, getting a scout out as early as possible would be great. But I would just want you to grow as much as you possibly can. Let's get you as big as possible. I say that. Of course, the bigger they are, the harder they are to keep happy, probably, but that is true. So maybe it is actually better to go more production-focused and keep smaller, happier cities. Hadn't actually thought about that before. Kind of like that, actually, now that I think about it. Ooh, some more science from over here would also be good as well. We'll get on that soon enough. Actually, you know what? The earlier we get this one science, the bigger difference it makes. Like right now, it's making almost 50% of our science total. I think we lock that one in right away. I mean, it's ultimately making a much bigger difference than it would normally. So let's try that. Something a little bit different. All right. Let's go see where the scout ran off to. With this horses right here. I'm a little worried about any encampments nearby. Popping out some horsemen. Barbarians approach. Great. Let's see if we can get over here and stop this scout from going and warning his buddies. He's probably going to come in here to the woods or something. Oh, no, he ran away the other direction. Don't know if we're going to be able to catch him, unfortunately. Oh, he's getting away now. Once he gets into those hills and stuff, it's going to be really hard for us to get up there. And if he came from up this direction as well, that may be exactly what he's doing, running back to his home. See if we can chase him down, though. Alright, one turn on our own scout, which is going to be nice. There's our first scout. Tempted to go exploring a bit more, and I probably should. I really have to help this guy out a little bit, though, as well. Well, if the encampment's this far up, I feel a little bit safer. Let's do a little bit of exploration. Ooh, wow, good place for a science spot right here. All these mountains around. That is going to be nice. Plus, it means that we're really blocked off here. It's going to affect us getting out of here a little bit, but having this blocked off is you know, make this a really good defensive city. Little pass right here with some more tea. It's a really good start, I think. Let's go double scout. Why not? Don't normally go double scout. I do need to get a slinger out to get a kill with a slinger, though. You know what? Never mind. Let's do a slinger first to get that kill, and then we may swap back to a scout after that. Let's get you on top of this hill, see what's over there. No idea where that scout ran off to. Apparently we found another continent. Some more horses. There's a little lake here that Jerusalem's on.
If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I die...
Alright, let's get over here and see what's going in this direction. Oh, wow. Very interesting little pass here. Like another place for another city over here with another really good you know, science or, you know, even faith at some point if we wanted to go that route. Like I said, we may not go religion, but getting some faith built up to be able to purchase units, not a terrible strategy. Let's get away from archery for now until we get the slinger. Let's go for mining. It's gonna be fine. Would also like to buy a builder as soon as we can. Builder is 300 gold, so we got a long ways to go before we get that. Hopefully this goody hut gets us something good. A builder from the goody hut would be good. Oh, we got candy up here. It's 2 faith places. So we're actually going to start generating some pretty decent faith in our capital right now. 4 faith per turn this early. Not bad. All right, let's start getting our warrior back. I don't know where that scout ran off to. Got to get our warrior back home, though. Let's just chill for a second. We got to get you into that. The goody hut as soon as possible. Ah, hello. I don't think that's where the scout came from, but we should probably go ahead and deal with this as soon as we can. Oh, we still got 7 turns on the slinger. Part of that's because... Oh, 1 second. Come on. There we go. Oh, we are actually working this production up here, which is good, and some gold as well. Gonna help us get that builder soon. Growth's a little bit slow. Do I really want to work that first, though? I guess it's okay. As soon as we can get a builder out, it's going to be really helpful. We are actually currently happy, so we are getting... we're showing that extra... Yeah, we're getting 10% from amenities. 10% science, 10% growth. That's really good. Alright, let's take this out first. Thank you, Barbarians. And then we'll deal with the spearman on its own. A little bit of error score for that. Ooh, some money there that's going to help us get towards that builder. Okay, Persia early on. Okay. Interesting. Let's sample the hospitality. Let's see. Where are you? Because we don't know where you're at. I guess you were sampling our hospitality. Love to have had our slinger up here to get this kill, but we'll go ahead and take the kill with our warrior. A little bit of XP. Persia. Let's go ahead and send you a delegate. I don't really want to spend too much money, but I think getting you a little bit happy with us, at least initially, could be really good for us. Overall, you're fairly neutral at the moment. Could try and declare friendships, but I actually kind of want to know where you're at before I do anything. Because, you know, you never know. We might need to find a good early target. Yeah, I'm actually not sure where your unit came from. Okay, let's move you back home. Get you healed back up. Oh, there's another city-state down here. Already got a Pantheon. Very, very cool. Anything that's going to give us ameneties could be really helpful for us. This does mean we have to have a holy site adjacent to a river, though. Any other amenity ones? I actually don't remember. I don't think there are. Does not appear to be. +1 faith from tiles with charming or better appeal. Well, we're going to have some golf courses. They're going to give us some, you know, nice appeal. Which will be kind of interesting. We do have a lot of luxury. We have tea. We have gems at the moment, though, which is not one of these. We have a lot of tea, though. A lot of food from tea. Could be an option. Well, we're going to have a lot of good food, I think, already. Production could be good. Let's see. Not going to have fishing boats. Not going to be a problem. Divine Spark is always good, and we do have a bonus to great people generation. So that's always an option. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go Divine Spark, which I actually think I went in my, my Netherlands game as well. I don't usually go Divine Spark because I don't usually get the great people. But since this guy has a much higher chance of getting great people than just about anybody, I feel like it could be really good for us. Sure, let's do it. It's either River Goddess or Divine Spark. River Goddess would get us, you know, incentivize us to, you know, build up some temples and things like that. Or sorry, some holy sites, I should say, to get that extra amenity there. But I think in the long run, we'll be all right. We'll do Divine Spark, get some more great people point. It's going to be fine. Bunch of error score already. Very good to see. Let's come down here and see what city-state we got down here. China. So we are going to have some competition for wonders. I mean, well, we always have competition on Deity, but I was really hoping that Scotland, with his extra production, would be able to have a fair chance of getting some decent wonders. But with China in the mix, it's going to make it a bit of a challenge. Let's go ahead and see if we can send you a delegate as well. Just really want to try and keep people a little happy. Yeah, you're already unhappy with us. Low first impressions of us. Likes leaders who have declared a surprise war. If I have not declared a surprise war, he does not like me. Fascinating. Which probably means he's going to declare a surprise war on us soon-ish. I have no idea where he's at, though. Alright, let's get down here. Vilnius. Already got 3 city-states, so that's good. Still don't know where that encampment was that spawned out that scout from down here, but I also don't think the scout made it back down that direction. So we may be alright in the long run. Oh, we actually have some coast over here finally. Interesting. Still very defensive stuff. I mean, with these cliffs and things like that, it's going to be really hard for people to advance in on us. Very fascinating.
When you find yourself in a hole...
Alright, let's go for... Let's go ahead and go for riding then, maybe. Go ahead and get some early campuses out. I think that's going to be fine. There's a couple really good spots for them, so that would be amazing. I'm going to go ahead and go another scout. Like I said, I'm really going to try and build up the scouts as much as possible. They're half the strength of warriors, so I have to be very, very careful with them, but I would really like to get them some experience. In fact, as soon as we get the Civic to get scouts more experience through that, I'm probably going to go that route as well. Let's go ahead and move you out here. Let's see if we can find this encampment. Oh, there's some more Persia stuff. I guess that's a scout excuse me, that might be the one that found us earlier. I don't think we're going to be able to get through here, although I guess we can get through the bottom of Vilnius. A lot of mountains through here through Vilnius as well. Lots of rivers, so it's a lot of hard paths to get through. All right, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. I think that's a pretty good first episode. Did have to re-roll, but I think the re-roll was very well worth it. Get a lot of good luxuries within range. Really see if we can take advantage of those as quickly as possible. Keep our happiness as high as possible. So anyway, I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.